Usually you would be seeing white actors playing Asian roles, like Mickey Rooney in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
You disturb me!
So the appearance of Bruce Lee was quite revolutionary because people of the actual race were playing that race. He brought Asian faces to American cinema.
For many Asian people around the world, Bruce Lee became an instant role model.
We connected to him because he was the first one that came out and said, look, I'm Chinese, I have yellow skin, you know, I can do everything else everybody else can. For myself, growing up in America, I can totally relate to him. You know, coming to America as an immigrant, being a minority in a dominant white world, and the things that he wanted to achieve in life. I believe that's why other minority races, they can relate to that, especially the urban minorities. They can feel the same passion that Bruce Lee wanted to bring for his own race.
Before Bruce Lee, the majority of Asian characters in Western films were limited to being evil masterminds like Fu Manchu, subservient laborers, or comic fools.
Bruce Lee really changed the way Asian actors are seen in the West, and I think that's something you can give him a lot of credit for. For Chinese people around the world, and also for minorities around the world living anywhere where they're sort of oppressed, beaten down, have a crummy job, this was huge. This was someone with non-white skin who was not Caucasian. This was someone standing up and sticking up for themselves.
And it wasn't just Asians who connected with this new non-white hero.
He was a hero for an entire culture that had no heroes. Bruce came along in Kato. It was the first time that you've seen an Asian guy in control.
Everything on the table where we can all see it.
As an African American, that was the first time I saw someone who seemed darker to me doing something like that. Like I had never seen that before. It was the first hero that I ever saw that wasn't a white person.
Prior to making his 4 Kung Fu films, Bruce Lee was cast as the crime-fighting chauffeur, Kato, in the 1966 TV series, The Green Hornet.
To protect the rights and lives of decent citizens, rides the Green Hornet.